Hey guys, how are you? Joe here, doing a quick video, and today's video is brought to you by the letters F-R-E-E, almost. The only thing that wasn't F-R-E-E was my Iron Man here, which was 97 cents. As you can see, I've brought in another light to kind of diffuse the light source so it's not just fluorescent above me, but I also brought in one of my lights that I used to use in my office. So now it's kind of making sure that the seizure-inducing lights aren't as prevalent. Yeah, my buddy called me. He said, hey, come pick up some stuff. So I had to make a drive because I needed to pick up a couple of things for my Xbox display unit, which, let me show you. Look at the mess. Still got all the mess to go through. This is that Xbox display unit, as you recall. I'll explain what I'm doing in about 2 seconds, but I just wanted to show you that. I got this from a friend, and I've been wanting to get it working for a while. However, I didn't have two very important things. Number one important thing is this USB flash drive. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to read it, but this is console lockout. Lock mode, excuse me. When the systems are in the display cases, they're usually locked into a demo mode, or they have some kind of programming on them that allows them to play the demo discs, such as this one. However, you also need this cable. Doesn't look like much, does it? It's one that says StarTech or StarTech.com. I'm not sure I've heard of proprietary stuff like this before. This is the first time I've ever seen it in application. And you have to have this plugged into whatever drive you're using. Otherwise, it won't work. It won't even see it as a drive. I tried multiple times to get it to update and use this flash drive, which I think has actually got corrupted information on it. So what I'm installing onto a flash drive right now is the Microsoft Xbox One offline updater. There are two versions. Number one version is if you don't know what your build number is on the system, and I don't. I had no idea. The second version, which I've already tried to put on the system, starts loading the update and then it just fails. So I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that the system needs the first version, and that's what I'm downloading right now. I also got for free from my friend one of the display unit Xbox One Bluetooth controllers. However, when they ran the screws through here, they ran the screws in too far, and the screws go all the way into the circuit board. So this controller doesn't actually work. However, if I had a spare one, I could put all the guts in here, because I don't know if you can read that word. That's partially obscured by a screw hole, but it says prototype. So that's the main reason why I'm keeping this controller, and at some point I will find the guts from another one, put them in here, and then I'll have a working controller to go with my display system. I will just be using a regular controller to get this system up and running. I'll probably never even use the system since I have the S, but I just want to make sure this is an operating system. So, after that, he gave me some stuff for free Steelbook, Ultimate Sith Edition Force Unleashed. Now I have this on PS3, I now have Force Unleashed on Xbox 360, and I also have Force Unleashed 2. Or is that Force Awakens? I can never remember. But I'm pretty sure it's Unleashed because it looks very similar. So these steelbooks are very expensive. Actually, if you go to buy the game, it still sells for like 39 bucks. Really weird. Taped inside of my box was this. It was in with the controller. Not sure what it does because it has nothing to do with this controller. A couple of games. Crysis 2 and Naughty Bear Gold Edition. On Nintendo DS you have ATV Quad Fury, Frenzy, PS3 IDU Summer Refresh 2014 disc. I'm not sure if that's a demo disc or whatnot, but that's fine. A copy of Fable 2, Maijin and the Forgotten Kingdom. I have no idea what these games are. Like I said, my buddy just gave them to me. As well as Dance Central. Ooh, badly scratched copy of the game disc for Advanced Warfare. I got some thumbtacks up, so now I can put up my figures. And I just wanted to show you this one, which is one of the coolest ones I've gotten. This is the Marvel Legends Mark 1 armor for Iron Man, I believe. Yes, it looks like the Mark 1. You ever go to a GameStop and you see that they have display models, you know, different systems and things in cases? Well, apparently these have been sitting around for like ever. So yeah, my buddy gave them to me for free because we have no idea if they work. There's no cables, no nothing with them. And when I say they've been there forever, $100 means they've been there forever. But it's got good doors, had good doors. No, I'm just kidding. It's got good doors, and the systems don't look like they're too dirty. And most of the time they would just put out regular systems without testing them. So it's going to be a crapshoot whether or not any of them work. I think one has a memory card. But yeah, so I got 4 of them, various parts and things like that. Here we go. Actual Wii 1 gig card. So something tells me this system does work. And then here was one that was only 60 bucks. 89, then 60. So it'd been there for quite a while, but near the end of its life, they were just discounting it and discounting it. So yeah, I've got 2 more of those laying around too, so I can just play Jenga with these damn things. Either that or just, you know, sell them on eBay as a bundle. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I moved one of my cabinets out to the living room, so I have some stuff just sitting on the ground over here. Looks like I also found an extra back to one of my controllers, so that's good. Now, one thing I want to go over is I did a quick review of Mafia 3. I've now officially played it all the way through, and I'm doing a replay through it just to see if I can complete more of the side missions and see if there's anything extra I missed. However, I'm finding it hard to play through it again. I understand why they were traded in so fast. Some games come out and you won't see one get traded in for a month or 2. Overwatch was an example. At my store we didn't get any Overwatches for quite a while. However, games like Mafia 3 and Doom, believe it or not, Doom is a fun game, but it's a little linear. But those types of games are bought by somebody who wants to relive the previous installments, basically, and then bring them back. Doom was very much in the vein of the original Doom, which is why it appealed so much, but also why its appeal wore off quite quickly. Mafia 3, unfortunately, has a great storyline, and if it had the polish of a Rockstar game, such as GTA 5, or even Grand Theft Auto 4, to be quite honest with you, it could have been that much higher of a game. If you actually go back and look at the graphics on Mafia 2 and the graphics on Mafia 3, outside of the facial motion capture that they use to get like mouthing correct for words, I think Mafia 2 actually looks graphically more impressive than Mafia 3. And pretty much anything that came out on Xbox One that is an open world game looks graphically better than Mafia 3. Not sure if that's because when they originally wanted to do Mafia 3, they were going to come out on 360 and probably PS3, which is what I'm thinking. But they needed to take another 6, 7, 8 months, flesh out the idea completely, and come out with a fully finished game. Now, it wasn't as bad as the launch of SimCity, where you were having all your online connection problems, things like that, but it was pretty darn bad. I actually found myself wanting to throw the controller and turn the system off, not due to frustration over a hard mission, but because of the fact that sometimes the game would just quit. Other times, it would be lagging so bad that I couldn't play it. And then one time, when I opened a door, it went to a cutscene for no reason. And when it came back from the cutscene, all the bad guys in the area were standing right in front of me shooting me. So things like that kind of frustrated me in the game. The dumb AI, the cutscenes where all the cars come in and they take over the properties, looks like it's from San Andreas. Not even a next-gen console or even a last-gen console. It looks like something off of PS2 because the movement of the characters is completely static. The way the cars come in is completely static. So would I recommend it to a hardcore Mafia guy? Yes, just because it's got a good story. No, if you want to be impressed. You may have noticed that I'm not doing quite as many videos as I had been in the past. I was trying to do one video a day. Now it's basically going to be one every other day or so. If I can get a little bit of extra time and do a couple of videos in advance, I will. Work has become exceedingly demanding, as well as the fact that my legs have been really bad lately, and I'm at that crux point right now where I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to continue. Either I'm going to have to take time off and heal, or I'm just going to have to buckle down and work even harder and get more hurt. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated in that respect. Other than that, that's about it. It is now 6 o'clock in the morning, so I need to get about an hour and a half of sleep before I have to go to work. And I guess when I get home tonight, I'll hook up the USB drive to the cable and see if I can get the system to power on and work the right way. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave those down below. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. And other than that, that's about it. So I'll talk to you guys later.